Now, I'm going to bring up a really good question. I think it's a really good question. I don't know if people agree with me, but I just got to ask, do you think a guy is valuable, has value, if he just goes to the club and tries to seduce girls there?
If he tries to just seduce them?
Yeah, to seduce them to, he just goes to the club to, get with girls and try to get with girls. Does nothing else with his life. Do you think he has, personally, do you think
I don't.
he has value
I don't. I
as a
don't think
man?
that parties or not.
Huh? Could you repeat that?
On if he parties or not. I feel like that's external factors. I mean, if he spends all his life partying and doesn't have anything outside of that, yes. If he has a life outside of that and he still goes to party for fun, whatever, to hook up with girls, you could say yes because he has something outside of that. I'd say yes, it could be possible. But I'm guessing what you're trying to say in the question that you're trying to make is like generally men who are in kind of cheap pursuit like that aren't very high quality men. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And now, the same question, but for the opposite gender.
Just to twist on that question, what if you go to a party and you're not chasing the girls, but you're there attracting the girls? What's the difference?
What do you mean? What do you mean by attracting girls?
In the specific words that you meant, you said they go to the club to seduce the girls, which
Yes.
is inherently, in the word seduce, a negative thing. It means they're fooling them, taking advantage of them in a sense. What if
Yeah,
they're not?
so they could hook up and then,
Went there to have fun. They're a millionaire, whatever, and a bunch of girls come hit on them. Would that man be of value or not?
well, see, that's a tricky question
Mm-hmm.
because you gave the example of a millionaire, right?
Could be anybody with
Money.
enough goals to be attractive to a woman.
Okay. So, my point of view on people that go clubbing like very often to just party and stuff and hook up, for me, are people that are not very valuable. Okay. I'll just put it that way because it's a waste of time. I personally think it's a waste of time. And sure, like if you go every now and then to enjoy yourself with your friend and stuff, go ahead, go have fun. You got to enjoy life as well a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But in this question that you asked me, if a guy with a certain status and a certain amount of money goes to the club and is enjoying himself and girls come to him, now the question is, are the girls just going to him because he's a high value man or because he has money, you know? Or
Well,
so there are a lot of questions that could be asked throughout a lot of different perspectives.
being having money nowadays equates in the feminine definition being a high quality man, having status. Take for example somebody I don't know if you know. Do you know Dan Bilzerian?
Yes.
Okay, he's somebody who clubs a lot. Obviously, he's considered to women like the most high quality man possible, right? Because he has so many sexual encounters, right?
Well, there's a lot of arguments against Dan Bilzerian or however you say his name because I don't know if I'm correct, but I don't know if he's earned all of the money that he has or if he inherited it.
No, he's
I,
earned.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about the guy personally. I don't follow him on social media. I don't do anything. I just every now and then sees a couple news that show up about him saying that he tricked people into buying something or whatever. So, and he's a professional poker player apparently. So, and for the lifestyle that he lives, I don't know if a professional poker player has enough money to sustain that kind of lifestyle. So Dan Bilzerian, I personally don't know if he's a high value person or man, but I do see that he gets a lot of women. But mostly, I think it's because of the amount of money that he shows that he has. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yes, but that's kind of intertwined with my question. It like that I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but in a sense, in today's world, that makes him a high quality man having that money.
I don't I don't think high quality men should be defined about with the amount of money that they may have or may not have. It's more about the values that they resemble and try to have.
Mm-hmm.
So whether if a high value man, if he has his values and is responsible, respectable, and has money, well, good for him. But I don't know if money's a big factor. But then we can ask the question as if, do you think that women go more towards rich men because they're just rich?
Of course.
So you would say that there are a lot of women out there that are opportunity seekers or gold diggers.
I mean, everybody in their true form is right. Even men is just not the same, right?
Well, I would put it into a perspective as to I feel like it's easier for a woman to live a rich lifestyle than for a man to live it. I don't know if you agree with that personally,
Due,
but
due, due, due to self, like
just through parties.
just through parties, yes, of course, through dating life and things like that, yes.
And I'll tell you why. Because for women, if they look good and if they're gorgeous and stuff, they will easily be able to get with a rich man or be invited to the rich man's boat or whatever it is. And for a man, you need to work and you need to put in a lot of hard work to have the boat, to own the house, to own that fancy car, to have that certain amount of money that will get you a lot of beautiful women, let's say. So I personally think that when it comes to partying and clubbing, it in terms of seeing who's a gold digger and opportunity seeker, I would say women are more. And
Yeah.
this is like a very generalized concept, but it's something
Mhm.
I've personally witnessed and could agree with.
For sure, like that's for sure. But I guess that's the whole premise of hookup culture is like you don't have to go through standard procedures of dating, of things like that to get in those kind of positions, right? You can kind of just do them. I mean, there are a lot of other ways, but hookup culture and parties is kind of one that thing where you meet somebody at a party. It could be a guy, could be a girl, right? Either he has a lot of money, or she, he's famous or whatever, or she's really pretty or whatever, or supermodel, right? And like it's just like it feels like it's like a open space of opportunities for whoever, right?
Yeah.
Get what they want, right? It's kind of like a easy way to get what people want, right? Whether it's sex or just simpler things like making out or things like that or whatever, or free drinks and alcohol and that kind of like euphoria high, or even do drugs, right? It's kind of like an ambient where everything is sort of allowed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.